Good afternoon. It's Elaine from Penguin Place. Now I've got two stories for you. The story about my Monday errands, and I'm going to reveal what my crazy critter challenge for April is going to be. And then I will explain the story of my clickbait title. Okay? So, on Monday, it's my day off. I run errands. I had, there I go again with the cough. I had a whole back of my car filled up with cans and bottles for a bottle return. Here in New York State, just about any beverage has a 5-cent deposit on the can or bottle. Every morning I have a bottle of kombucha. So over the course of a month, I end up with a big box of kombucha bottles to be taken in for the deposit. And I also had a bunch of cans and bottles from other sources. So I had that to do. I'm thinking, okay, I can go that away and go to the bank there and deposit my craft show money. And then there's a store right next door. When you leave the store, you go about half a mile down, there's a can bottle place. Okay, errands done. Okay. But I kept thinking, I want to go to Savers. I want to go to Savers, the thrift store. Sometimes they have yarn. Well, I've been on a yarn diet. I'm trying not to buy yarn. I have so much. And I don't need clothes, but I just kept thinking, I want to go to Savers. I want to go to Savers. So I went through my closet and filled up a bag with stuff that I haven't been wearing. And off I go, that away, to go to Savers. Okay. Returned the bottles and cans. Got almost $10 for those. And then went to Savers. I checked their book department. Nope. I thought maybe the reason I want to go is there's a bunch of amigurumi books that somebody donated. Nope. No amigurumi books. Checked the yarn. They had maybe 10 bags, and they were all marked at $5.99, or well, there's one that was $3.99, but it was 3 partial skeins. Just not interested. Even with my 20% off coupon for taking the bag in, I wasn't tempted. It just wasn't good enough. There was like fun fur yarn. There was some Lion Brand homespun. Just didn't float my boat. So I'm like, okay. I told myself that as long as I stayed under $15, if there was something that really interested me at Savers, I would pick it up. Nope. You know what's in the same plaza as Savers? Hobby Lobby. I've been staying away from Hobby Lobby because of seeing all these videos about Hobby Lobby yarn clearance haul and people having a whole cart full of yarn for $30. And it's like, I don't want to be tempted like that. I'm like, okay, I'll go to Hobby Lobby, but I'll keep that same restriction on myself, $15. Well, the clearance racks, or the yarn aisle was pretty picked over with the clearance stickers. I only found one thing that really interested me. So this Truly Teddy, and it's a nice thick, very thick yarn, and it was originally $11.99. I don't have my readers on. It came down to $2.94. So I ended up getting 2 of them, and I'm thinking that's going to make a really cute teddy bear. So my Hobby Lobby clearance haul was 2 skeins. Okay, then the other story. Yesterday, I got out my list for the Crazy Critter Challenge. Got my little die. This month's Crazy Critter Challenge, I am making a red snake with green bumps. So the challenge will be to make it not look Christmassy. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you why things are looking ugly in here, or getting ugly. That was the title. On my April list, I wanted to restock my Mr. Ugly doll. This is a pattern that's free on my blog. I make one every once in a while just because it uses up scrap yarn, even the tiny little scraps. So Sunday night, actually I did have one Mr. Ugly in stock. She's trying to get the picture here. And it sold at Saturday's craft show. So I gathered up a box of scrap yarn and I got to work on Sunday night. And I made what I would usually call Mr. Ugly, but I put eyelashes, so I think this may be Mrs. Ugly. Well, I still had half the box of yarn left. So Monday night, after I was done with my running around and my errands and making dinner and cleaning up the kitchen and all that, I got to play with another one. So this one is definitely Mr. Ugly. In my inventory, I call him the rock drummer version. I love the way his hair plays out. I just took, I had like one, maybe half an ounce, quarter of an ounce, I don't know, of this yarn left in the box. All that was left was this yarn and a tiny little ball like this big of tan, which I put back in my work box. I took this yarn and I was going like this and measuring it out with my wingspan, cutting that. So I looped it through and just chained until I ran out of yarn and pulled it off. And isn't he adorable? He could wear it up with a little tie. He could sort of side sweep it. He could brush it back, or he could just go for the crazy rock drummer look. Okay, I'm done being silly for the day. I am going to go start work on a bearded gecko. That is my Emmy Book Challenge project. I finally found the pattern for that, and probably make up a little scrap project or two. I think that the bearded gecko that is on my challenge list is going to take me like a week or so to finish up. Just, it looks complicated. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it's going to be. Sort of like the plush yarn that I was working with last month, that I was like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, this is going to be so hard. And wasn't that bad. But I do like to fill in between big projects with little stuff. And I printed up a couple of quick patterns today. If you saw my post about wandering deer on Instagram, I printed out the pattern for her little daisy. It's just a little circle with little petals and a little smiley face on it. And I think that I'd love to have a little basket of those for a fairly low price on my table. And I think they would sell quickly. So I know I have white yarn up on my chair. I have to see if I have some yellow for that. So, okay. I'm not quite sure what my next update will be. I have a couple of topics that I want to do. It's just a matter of trying to find the time between work and crochet and household chores and this and that and the other thing. So I'll be back. Not quite sure, but I'll be back. Bye-bye.